it says you can even get to levels where you can't transmit HIV through sex.
Cap.
Yeah. That's a rough one. But we're gonna try something new on the Cooped Up podcast here. Basically, we're gonna try this new thing we're calling Mediocre Rewind. We got 15 minutes to discuss stuff that isn't always newsworthy for everybody. So, we'll see. So the first one, I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you've seen DeAndre Hopkins on his road to the game this Sunday. There was a Trump automobile rally, which for a group of people whose intelligence isn't too high, the people going to Trump rallies, you really didn't think they'd be calling their cars automobiles. The automobile rally. But there was an automobile rally, and they were driving really slow. Like, it wasn't, he's not voting for Trump. Like, he hates Trump. But
Obviously.
it wasn't, it even was like, part of it was like, he was like, I was genuinely trying to get to the fucking game.
Yeah, exactly.
and they people started taking pictures and honking at him, and so he just started weaving through traffic. And there's a video of him in the emergency lane with both his hands off the wheel, just flipping off the people next to him. And they had him on for some interview 3 hours later, and they're like, "What was that about?" And he was like, I would have put, he was like, I was trying to do a peace sign, but my fingers were hurt from catching so many passes.
Attaboy, DeAndre Hopkins.
So what's the overall opinion on that one? DeAndre Hopkins more for that? I kind of do. I do. Just for the fact that he's a professional athlete in, a Lamborghini probably. And he still had a level of I don't give a fuck that he's in a breakdown lane with both his hands off the wheel flying.
Yeah, right.
That's the part of it I loved.
I'm just thinking this guy was in Houston for however many years. I mean, come on.
He's been oppressed.
Yeah, I know, right? You're not used to it by now? Jeez.
Yeah. Now, but he's probably angry at it from Houston. That's the thing, I bet.
Yeah,
I think he's like, nah, I've had it up to here before I ever even got traded.
Yeah. Bill O'Brien was a Trump supporter.
Yeah. So, next one we got, this one's actually a little bit more, maybe shouldn't be a small story, but I feel like it's a small story. Have you seen, I don't look at the news a lot, like a regular news TV station, because I don't have cable here. But whenever I walk into the library and see it, it's always just COVID rising.
Yeah.
And yet, LeBron's out here being like, I want to have a parade.
Yeah, I know. Absurd, by the way.
And then,
crazy.
No, and then after the Dodgers won, the people in LA were like, fuck it, we're just going to have a parade. Did you see the video? There was a video of a guy running over a car, or running over a firework with his car, and then it caught his whole car on fire.
People in LA are wild. I mean, they got down and dirty after the Lakers won too.
Fuck, we knew y'all popped out for a riot. We didn't know y'all brought it way harder for a parade. God damn.
It was pretty surprising to me that LeBron would go out and say that, because I kind of thought we were okay, a
little bit more socially educated.
Yeah, I know. Especially as a professional athlete, it's okay, obviously LeBron wants a parade, but he's not gonna say that, is he?
He can't. Alrighty, you might be happy to learn this next one. This next one is. Yeah, so do you remember when Al Horford chose to leave the Celtics for Philly? He chose to opt out of getting more money to sign a longer-term deal. Well, there's a current Celtics player who's rumored to strongly be considering opting out.
Oh, please say his name.
Gordon Hayward.
Well, okay, so we don't want him to opt out, though, because we lose money if he opts out.
We don't lose money. We lose, he's a trade piece. We could trade him for somebody for cap space.
Yeah, we want to trade him. I read something about if Gordon Hayward opts out, there's something about dead cap space that we're losing. So we either need to trade him or then sign him and then trade him.
Yeah, sign him and trade him is best. But there were supposedly reports that the Hawks were going to make what's called a monster offer to him. And I'm like, go ahead. I'm fine.
Feel free.
I'm fine. But that one's surprising that I'm like, bro, Al was really good for the Celtics. And you just saw how that turned out for him. Are we sure that you want to take this same gamble, Gordo? Gordo, buddy, have you been watching the past 3 years I have? Because I'm not certain I'm getting a contract over $10 million if I'm you.
All right. I want you to think of Gordon Hayward, right? He's been a nice, welcoming Utah. He's made his way up to Boston. He did his thing up here. Gordon Hayward is not gonna last a minute in Atlanta. Oh my God. He has something.
The only thing he's got in common with those fucking young guys is video games.
I know, literally. You can play esports with them.
Yeah, literally.
God. What is he gonna do in Atlanta? What's Trae Young gonna do with Gordon Hayward? Like, tell me. Why does Trae Young need Gordon Hayward?
Learn things from him for like a week and then implement those things and be like, yeah, we can get Gordon the fuck out of here. It's cool.
Yeah, and then
get this Gordon washed white boy out of here.
Exactly. Oh my God, that's gonna be fun. I would want to see him there. Whew.
Also this week was the long-awaited debut of a podcast that everybody's been waiting for. Ooh. Mr. Kanye West.
Oh shit! I haven't even
God, you couldn't even get Kane. Wait, you haven't watched it? Oh
no, I've yet to. No, we can. I've seen bits and pieces of it. We can talk about it.
I can't get through it. I wish I could. I love Kanye. Really? I can't get through it. For my opinion of him, I'm being nice here.
How so? How so, cool?
Yo, like he's kind of crazy. Like, he's not full, he's not as crazy as everybody thinks he is, but he definitely doesn't think like you or I do. You know what I mean? Like, the only benefit they did to him, again, was all they had to do was have Alex Jones on after, and then you're like, this is somebody who's actually crazy. Never mind. Now I know what insanity looks like.
We gotta scale it.
I don't know. It was interesting. It was really fucking interesting to see. I highly recommend. I
saw the clip of Kanye like hitting a prayer mid-sentence. Did you see that clip?
Yeah.
That was the funniest shit ever.
Because if Alex Jones thinks he's like I'm autistic. Kanye West has that same exact kind of autism.
He does exactly. Just that like sporadic, like just man. Great guys.
All right, so for my last one here, and then I'll let you go. We are clearing this 15 minutes. Good. I got to get more topics for next time. We're fucking learning.
Look at this.
You probably, I don't know how many YouTube ads you've been paying attention to or ads during NBA games, but have you ever heard of this shit called Biktarvy?
Biktarvy. Explain that to me.
Listen, I don't want to sound non-progressive here.
Please, let it all out.
So, it's an ad. I keep seeing it. I'm starting to think that my phone's listening to me and thinks I have AIDS. Because it's an AIDS prescription medication that says, quote unquote, you take it and it can get you to and allow you to stay at levels that are undetectable. Am I a terrible person for saying bullshit?
Oh yeah,
that's a big like. This isn't chlamydia or like, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't the clap where it's like maybe I have it, but 14 days and it's gone. Like, this is something that fucks with your entire life. Like, and I'm not trying to be insensitive. Yes, it's horrible. And like, no, would I not? No, I don't want to have it if I can choose not to. I don't think that's bad. Just hard pass. Like, they're like, at the end of the commercial, it says you can even get to levels where you can't transmit HIV through sex.
Cap.
Right.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap immediately.
Stop the cap. Somebody's going to die from this.
No, you gotta have Magic Johnson money if you want to live that kind of life.
If that's true, too, wouldn't it be everywhere? Wouldn't you have known what Biktarvy was when I just said it?
Exactly.
Like, undoubtedly, if this is something that stopped AIDS, that made it so that you could fuck like you were before AIDS, everybody on AIDS would have. Oh my God, I just said on AIDS. Everybody who has AIDS would be on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be hearing of AIDS anymore. Magic Johnson would have just been that guy that retired for no reason.
It just started getting me I'm like, this is bad. What's going to happen for this, man? It's scaring me. It's scaring the fuck out of me.
I guess, hey, if it just started hitting the shelves, Coop, I guess we'll see. Maybe one of us has to do a trial run. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe I'm just fucking mad because they keep giving me ads for it. That's probably it.
Coop, when you get AIDS and you're looking for medication, guess what you're going to take? You're going to take some Biktarvy.
That's true. That's true. It would be. It might be fun. Hey, it might be fun. You never know. You never know.
True, Coop. It might be a great.
It might. Hey, they might be selling it as an AIDS medication, but it might be like Xanax. Fuck. At first, it was for depression, but after a certain point, it's just for a good time.
It's just to go booling.
Yeah.
Imagine that, the Biktarvy medicine. Get some Biktarvy and fucking cough syrup. Have yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck spiking people's drinks with roofies. Let's spike it with Biktarvy and just see what the fuck happens. Fuck it. Let the cooped up Biktarvy representatives, if any of you see this, please allow the Cooped Up podcast to be your first podcast with a Biktarvy sponsorship. We would greatly appreciate it, and I would also greatly appreciate for you guys to further educate me on AIDS. Thank you very much.
Use code Cooped Up for 50% off your Biktarvy.
Yeah, use code Cooped Cock.
Coop up your cock for 50%. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Hopefully they see this. I hope they do.
Yeah. Hopefully.
If they're listening to your phone, then they're probably listening now.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully they fucking are listening to me. It'd be somebody for once.
Oh, man. Oh, fuck.
Well, as always, brother, it was a pleasure getting back with you for a pod. We got to get on more of a schedule and start banging these out.
Yeah. What did we say Thursday nights before?
Yeah, Thursday nights, and then I'm planning to drop one episode a week Sunday nights. So, viewers, if there are any, hold me to that.
Oh, there are plenty. Oh, we're gonna grow them once we get on the schedule.
Yep.
We're gonna start rolling in, Coop.
There we go. As always, brother, great having you on.
Thank you, Zoop.